Hello and welcome to Defense in Depth. Today we will be doing a segment I like to call 4 Eyes Are Better Than One, where we will be basically, this isn't gonna be your standard Let's Play. This isn't for people who are looking or interested in the game itself or just looking to find like game footage or anything. This is gonna be a playthrough more centered around people who have already played through the game and who are looking for an interesting perspective on a lot of the stuff, a lot of the themes that get touched upon in the game.
Or stupidity.
Yes, or stupidity. As you all know, Bioshock Infinite is well known for the many different themes and topics which it touches upon: racism, politics, 1970s America,
1920s.
Fine. Some of it feels 70s. I don't know why. No, none of it feels 70s. If anything, like 80s would be pushing it. But yeah, this is 1920s.
Everyone. Well, that'd be true, because the people in Bioshock Infinite definitely regretted what happened, and everyone regrets the 80s.
Yeah. Why did I say 70s? Even 80s? I don't even... my head. See, this is why I was wanting you to do this. Whatever, we will be running the game on the highest it'll let me. This ticks me off. Anti-aliasing, on or off.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, basically, if you turn it off, things will, like, the lines will get less clear, more fuzzy, and, like, just, it's a nuance thing. Anyway, whatever. So, okay, just enter into the main game.
But anyway, basically, all that really means is we're going to be talking about stuff, and we may mention stuff that comes ahead, foreshadowing, and
yeah,
we aren't going to be, stopping to watch the plot, because we already know what happened.
Yeah. And, like, if we give spoilers, and, frick you.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all a dream. Kidding.
You're your dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
I said that and then I realized it's true.
Just said it offhandedly.
Yeah.
I am my own father. Okay, I'm not sure if we will be able... Okay, we're getting 30 frames. I was worried for a second that we wouldn't, while recording, we wouldn't be able to actually run it on Ultra. I was going to have to turn the settings down.
Are you afraid of God? No. But I'm afraid of you.
The question is, does that mean he doesn't believe in God? Now, the mind of the subject will desperately struggle to create memories where none exist. That is completely true. It's actually something called schema. Schema copacetic. Basically, if you see something, your mind will actually fill in the blank spots that it doesn't feel like remembering specifically.
That's the thing of, like, you don't remember, right? In general.
Oh yeah, like somebody, it was once said, like 75% of what you see is an illusion, and by that is like 75% of what you remember is slightly off.
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
One does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
That's just true. You're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
My question is, did they fail?
I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
Because they're basically talking about, like, why are we doing this, it's for the sake of experiment, and she's like, but we failed, or something.
Did they fail? I honestly forget.
Yeah, it's like, no, did they? That's the question, is, like, it's hard to say.
This is why I don't like that wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey shit nuggets.
What I like, though, is the way he said, is like, she's like, why don't we get him to help? And he's like, he doesn't row.
Eventually.
Suppose he does.
And it's like, and she's like, what do you mean he doesn't row? And he's like, he doesn't row.
Will be returning.
That changing.
We might give him some comfort.
I don't get it.
He doesn't. Like, in all the instances of time, he doesn't row. He just doesn't.
Like a dreadful place to be
Like, why would I ask him? He doesn't row. And this is just some coins I happen to know are here. Control it. Crouch is toggle, the way Kursk likes.
Yeah.
Same as run. Yeah, look at that. Look at that ultra textures, anti-aliasing. You know what's sad is though? What? Something sad though I find is like when you start running things on like highest settings and you start like paying attention to all the texture details. I was like looking at the wood on the stairs. I was like, I don't know. That doesn't look like the high res ultra experience. And it's like that's sort of why I hate sort of having a good graphics card now, because now I start paying attention to that stuff. It's sort of annoying. Okay, that's something that bothers me.
Sounds like you need more explosions.
Yes. This barrel always contained Silver Eagle and a can of beans.
The hell is that RNG? It's wrong.
I know.
Okay, now it's just NG.
Excuse me, it's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
Of thy sins shall I wash thee.
Now we're having the big scandal where like you get baptized at the beginning and everyone's like, a lot of fundamental Christians had to turn back the game because it's like this would be a sin to be have that character baptized in a fictional game. And then they're like, do you know how many people you shoot in this game?
I don't think it was fundamentalist Christians as much as it was like Hindus or people of different religions.
The person I believe who got it rolling was a Mormon. I don't think most of the Hindus cared.
But yeah,
maybe some of them were annoyed by the repeated religious imagery, but
this. I don't know. Like, these are from Sodom Shall I Lead Thee. Like, okay, Sodom being a reference to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is anyone here? Hello?
Sodom and Gomorrah being two cities for which God basically rained hellfire and brimstone upon, absolutely destroyed.
Super hot fire.
Why are there food in these when I don't need the help?
I don't know. It's like a question. Just cause.
Now, this is interesting. This song that's playing, from the radio, wherever the radio is, here. Behold My Religion. Will it start playing again? I guess not. That song actually reminds me, I'm not sure if it is a song that exists, but it does remind me of a song, if they made it for the game, that does exist, which is, I've Got Religion. So Glad I've Got Religion. Which is a African American, I say African American, whatever, hymnal, an old one which was sung, and I only know that because of a CD I got from the Smithsonian.
Smithsonian solves all problems.
Yeah. Well, they were playing music in like one of the gift shops, and I was like, I sort of like that. And like, oh yeah, that's. I was like, do you know what it is? And the guy was like, I don't know. And so he actually let me like walk up and mess with the CD player and get it out. And he's like, oh yeah, it's this one. To thine own land shall I take thee. Look at the blood.
Good old American immigration and not having Irish people.
Yeah.
Shit.
Don't disappoint us.
Makes me wonder though, is that you?
No, I
don't
the
remember
question
if
is,
you
would she?
I don't know.
Because the person who kills you is Elizabeth. She's the one who kills you over and over and over again.
Well, I think no. She just kills you the once.
No. She all the versions of her kill you in every instance. That was the point. Like she drowned.
I thought it was literally like she took you back before and then drowned you, and it's like okay, it never happened.
No, she didn't take you there before. She did it there. Because she has to go through the entire experience in order to figure out that she has to kill you.
Well, yeah. I don't know. This is why time.
This is why time.
That reminds me about, like, there's a thing, I was reading an article and it was talking about how basically, you know, a lot of science had, you know, assumed that time didn't really exist. And then, so it was kind of controversial when someone made it sort of, you know, posited that time might actually exist after all.
It might actually be a thing.
Which is why I'm not a theoretical physicist and never want to be.
Yeah.
That just...
Especially when you like start making the connection to these huge concepts are solved by mathematical equations. Mm-hmm. It's like the reason why string theory is a thing is because the math works. But there was a problem with string theory because string theory couldn't mathematically solve the origin of the universe, which is where M theory comes from, or membrane theory, because membrane theory mathematically includes the concept of the beginning of the universe. And what's funny is the solution to the origins of our universe is that we aren't the universe. If you want to be sort of literal or take a different perspective on it, we are what happens when two universes collide. And the points for which those universes meet and collide are the particles, the subatomic framework of our entire being. We are nothing more than a giant ongoing collision.
Fuck science, man. How about that Mesopotamia?
Alright. Looks like they expect me to sit in the fancy chair.
It's time to get in the hot seat. Ha ha ha.
Haha. My question is, who is they? Like, it never fully clarifies who it is really asking you and who... I don't know, it's just that they...
Every time you add time, they tend to forget everything else.
Yeah. You already killed them. My question is, do they do this for every new citizen? Okay, that was literally done just so that he could drop his gun. There is no practical reason for the chair to lean down like that, for the user to see the rockets. Like, why would the person need to see the rockets?
Did it actually lean the chair down or just show Booger looking down?
No, he is locked in that chair. He can't lean forward enough to see the rockets.
And then suddenly he's calm.
Well, I think he's more in awe. Yeah, see? What?
And this is Rapture Vision.
Because, like, it's
It's funny how they do literally like the exact same shot at the beginning of a Bioshock 1.
Well, there are theories that
except in this one, the city actually works.
Yeah. Well, and it's supposed to show like this is what happens had your character in Bioshock 1 gone up, or something. Like, because it all starts at the lighthouse.
I love I was just thinking about it, like, one of the congressional candidates was Barbara Comstock.
Yes. That, I could not get over that when I connected it. I was like, I know Comstock from somewhere. Why should he send his savior unto us? If we will not raise us from our own salvation.
In the eyes
though we deserve not his mercy.
I hate that song so much.
He has led us to this new Eden. Okay, now this, like, that, actually, the Eden part is what let me know that this wasn't a direct quote from the Bible. Because the New Testament, for which the Savior is most often referenced, as in, he has come unto us, past tense, hardly ever uses the term Eden. It never says leading us to an Eden. That's more of a modern age thing where we refer to places as an Eden. You know, coming into this Eden, this paradise, because that's what we've associated Eden in. It is the Old Testament in which the tale of Eden is actually brought up. That would have said that, but that wouldn't have included a reference to the Savior. So basically, those quotes, and a lot of these quotes are, there's a term for it. Who is the director of Pulp Fiction?
Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantinoisms. Because Quentin Tarantino had a habit of doing stuff like the famous quote, "And you will know my name is the Lord." Yeah, which actually isn't the quote from the Bible. The only part of that is a direct quote is when I lay, "You will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee." The rest of that famous quote, though, is not a part of it.
I really like the
Excuse
setup
me.
of this place.
Where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till judgment day.
Ha 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 ha. I love that, the way he pauses. Heaven, friend. And everyone's like, wait, are we really dead? And then he continues. That I know that was intentional.
I keep such questions to myself unless I want to get made.
And in my room shall grow the seed of the prophet. And the
Literally.
seed that is the prophet. I get the feeling that the graphics designers hated flowers. Because the flower textures are honestly the worst things about this game. The only, like, real, genuine things that are just like, that's not good.
This is the only thing in this game that's bad. Flower textures.
Well, they're the worst textures in the bloody game. It's just
It's funny, it's like, it looks like they're not flat and then they look like they're flat. And it's like, okay.
yeah, it's just... Like, here it gets almost embarrassing, just like... When they move, it's...
Gotta find the exit out of this place.
Okay, what's this one?
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Okay, now the beginning of that was that does sound like something you would hear in a standard ministry. Like that stuff I feel I've heard, you know. I feel I've heard in, like, you know, your average Sunday service. But after the darn it, I wish I could listen to it
I
again.
can't even say it because you can listen to it again.
How is it? What? Oh, here we go.
Love the prophet
Okay.
because he loves
Love the sinner. That's okay. Fine.
Love the sinner because he is you.
That's also okay. And then that's where it ends.
What need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
That's less sounding like a thing you would hear in Sunday service, and more sounding like an ominous, creepy thing people who aren't Christians expect Christians to hear in Sunday service. Because it has more of that
That's sort
ominous
of what this game
foreshadowing.
is, honestly.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people. A lot of my problem with this game stem from the fact that being a Christian, it sort of pains me when I see all this stuff and I see what people think of my religion, and we're not a bunch of crazy nutjob racists, you know.
Or is that just what you want us to think?
Oh, ha ha ha. Just looting all this stuff. It was abandoned.
I'm totally lost. Good thing I'm not in control.
The lamb of the future of our city. Another thing is, I guess one thing they sort of, or it should be pointed out, is what is worshipped in this world is not Christianity. What is worshipped in this world is sort of like Mormonism. Because, it's Mormonism in the sense that, like, it's Comstockism.
Yeah.
Because, like, the way Mormon brought the Book of Mormon, Comstock brought, well, what's being seen here.
I kind of like this setup. Normally I don't like you know, big things as right as this. I'm a big fan of like ruins. I don't know why. I just like ruins a lot.
I like this little candle effect, like as you walk past the candle. And this is
kind of cool place.
Yeah. This is something you would hear in Sunday service. Only from a Jesus perspective, like This would be if Jesus had just came and shown, like, you know, shown us the way, it would have been enough. If he had shown us, like, or if he had healed the sick, it would have been enough. If he had, if he hadn't had ever even come, it would have been enough. If he had died for our sins, it would have been enough. If he had died for our sins and not promised to come again, it would have been enough. If he had promised to come again and not ascended into heaven, it would have been enough. If, you know, etc., etc., etc. That I can say, yeah, that's.
Someone from the southern world, newly come to Columbia to be before.
People always remember Sodom. No one remembers Gomorrah.
Easier to say.
Rather, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism.
I love how the water is like, it looks like blood. Like, it's just red enough. This part is a bit crazy.
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and in the name of our Lord.
Every preacher I know would never intentionally dunk someone underwater without giving them a breath first.
God, it reminds me of this of a scene in
And then now he's practically attempting to drown him. Again, that I don't know where that came from. Oh,
Who's there?
but was needed in order to give us this dream sequence.
What do you want?
Okay, now this is a dream of something that happened in the past, but will link to the future, because one of the connecting plot threads here, and something that's very important to grasp, is that DeWitt legitimately has prophetic powers. He is a prophet, more or less. He can see into the future. He has that ability, and as the game goes on, we will slowly begin to see this awaken in him and him realize this. And a lot of the difference with the game comes from whether or not he took the baptism, which we'll see later on, during the war against the battle against the Native Americans.
Little Bighorn.
Yeah, Little Bighorn, the slaughter. The battle.
Yeah, anyway, the baptism scene, it just reminded me of what's it called? A scene in Boardwalk Empire, where it's literally like the fundamentalist Christian prohibition agent and his Jewish I guess backup guy, and the other guy was corrupt. So, you know, they're driving along and he sees, like, you know, this like black church, you know, doing a baptism stuff, and so he comes up and is like, "Hey, preacher, can I baptize my associate here?" And there's this, and the other guy's like, "Hey, I'm Jewish." He's like, and then he just drowns the dude.
All right then.
That was my favorite character. He was strange.
Okay, foreshadowing.
But yeah, he was like one of the most divided characters in that show. Because like he wanted to do the right thing, but he just kept going. He just kept getting worse. Or worse situation.
The headphones falling.
Yeah.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
Yep.
So, here's a cool little feature showing off the graphics engine. These hummingbirds flying around. Here's an ugly feature not showing off the graphics engine. These flower textures.
Oh god. I think even Oblivion was better.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the flowers. Like, the graphics artists in this game, like, they had to cut corners somewhere. And apparently it was the flowers.
So that we may follow in the prophet's path.
I love it's just so weird just seeing them done like this.
So yeah, here's Jefferson, who granted sort of wisdom, diplomacy, whatever. Father Franklin, I forget why he has the key.
Inventor.
Ah, yes, the key to invention. And then Father Washington, obviously, because he was a general. And if you're wondering why you're hearing crackling, we're eating seaweed.
Seaweed is like the strangest food.
I love it. Roasted.
It's weird. It has substance and then it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite food is roasted pineapple.
So they better love the air.
What did he just say? Yeah, yeah.
I'm just randomly thinking, talking about air. Wonder how thin the air is up here. I just thought of that. It's like, how do you breathe right?
Plot holes in Bioshock Infinite.
Number 1.
Altitude. You have something to say, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He who crossed the Delaware, with flaming sword and wings of angels, watch over me and lend me strength, shield my mind from fear and doubt, so that I may hold fast against all invaders. Father Washington, hear my prayer.
I need to remember that line.
So basically your standard Fox News broadcast. Kidding.
And now, why the Democrats are crazy.
But yeah, this is pretty much everything anyone's ever feared about, or
America.
Yeah, America is the literal worship of the founding fathers.
Paragon of virtue, a rebel against ignorance and tyranny. Share with me your wisdom and let the light of your good judgment shine like a beacon through the darkness. Father Jefferson, hear my prayer.
By the sword
And the scroll.
and the key. Amen.
Basically, trying to freak you out, or at least this is literal baptism into the game.
Look, yeah, America.
And that you see its divine hand at work to discern the transmundane. Your inspiration and imagination transcend.
Did he say the transmundane?
Eyes to
Transcend the mundane.
Okay.
Father Franklin, hear my prayer.
Seed of the prophet shall sit the throne. Shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Even for biblical speak, that sentence is incorrect. Shall sit the throne? Even if you're pushing the hard, like, Martin Luther King, or, yeah, King Jr. translation of the Bible, or whatever, the Young's literal translation of the Bible, it would at most say seat the throne. But the seed of the prophet shall seat the throne, maybe? But sit the throne? Do you mean upon the seat? Or...
English is a hard language.
It's for sure fools. Alright. This is not going to find it.
And this is basically Booker DeWitt saying, "Ha!
I need to get laid."
I'm totally above this. This is us being totally above this."
I'm smart, right?
Yeah.
Gotta push that edgy.
Religion. Ha!
True. This is almost a famous classical song. Or that first line almost sounded like it. It's weird, like the contrasting sounds.
Also, something I've noticed. That guy literally practically drowned us. We lost health.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's a stylish, awful bowler hat you got there, man.
Good to see.
And we just take the hot dog. Because this is a utopian, dystopian society where this guy, you see this guy? He probably drives a nice horse thing. Mechanical horse. He's probably got a nice home because, he may be a hot dog salesman, but he's white.
Well, this place is a paradise as long as you're not anything that isn't white.
And you worship Comstock.
Wait, that guy.
Just the flash of that statue almost looked like the what's his name? That looks like the guy with the tentacle, like the octopus dude
Cthulhu?
from no.
Oh,
From-
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yep.
Yeah, Davy Jones.
Horrible devotion.
There's no sense in reasoning with those entities. It does not matter to the living.
So we'll learn who the Vox are. Basically, they're black.
And Irish.
Yes, black Irish. And that's the beginning and ending of the Vox Populi. Black Irish. What I love though is, just to prove the extremism here, the little dialogue things they go to just to let you know.
There's no sense in reasoning with those savages.
Well, there's that, but there's also like the woman talking about you. We sort of talked over it, but saying, I don't know, I don't think it quite captures the glory, the true magnificence of Comstock. This massive statue.
Fair. That's enough of that kind of talk.
And that'll come up later.
You remember when we read this game, not Eddie Man? I was say.
I paid a lot of attention my first playthrough.
I was like, shoot things, atmosphere, time, and shit.
Like here, like even I paid attention to that was one of the things I noticed, because in my head I was making commentary on all of that. Like she says, fair, what kind of, get that talk out of here. Because and what's suggested or hint or what you're supposed to believe is that he had said, that doesn't sound fair to me, what she was saying about the Vox Populi.
They are a temperamental and unreliable lot to a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the park is exceedingly far behind schedule. The landscaping is half finished. The statuary hasn't arrived. The fountain is full of rainwater for God's sake. Even the marigolds are still unplanted. All work which should have been done.
Not the marigolds.
Do you know what he told me? He said that he was tired. That the work had taken much from him. I said, good God, man, don't tell me about details, just get it done. You almost finished down there?
Yes, sir.
A guy he.
And then the archangel showed a vision. A city, light in the air. I asked him, why do you show this to me, archangel? I'm not a strong man.
Here's something I find weird, and I feel they did intentional, I'm just not sure why. When he refers to the angel, he refers to them by she.
Interesting. That is interesting, yeah. Because aren't all the angels that show up in the Bible male?
Yes. There is not a single female angel referenced in the Bible. There's Gabriel and Michael, the archangels. Now, Father Comstock's gift of prophecy. This is to let you know, this is placed here at the beginning of the game to let you know why they worship Comstock. I'm guessing. An introduction into just who we're dealing with.
Oh man, this still has one of my favorite lines in a video game. Much later.
In the midst of the sun, the great prophet foresees bright sunshine, and lo, it appears.
I love the music.
What will the great prophet reveal next?
On tomorrow's episodes of Jesus. Oh my god, I found a book on Amazon of Dancing with Jesus with many miraculous moves, like the Temptation Tango, the what's his name? The guy who gave up Jesus,
There are several. The Judas.
yeah. The oh, what was it called? I don't remember what it was called, and then it had the apostolic thing there. But it was Fuck, I'm screwing up all the names, but it was pretty fantastic.
It's Latin. It means
That makes me think of the time of watching CinemaSins, and there was one character who who was talking about like, oh, I don't use that, I don't refer to that because that's my slave name, and he's like, oh yes, please tell us all about your slave days. So later on, he also makes a reference when she like has this guy stringed up, and he's like, she's like Homo sapien, and he's like, whoa, 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 it's the 21st century. Nobody uses Latin.
What is this from?
CinemaSins doing one on X-Men.
You look fit.
See, look at this. Of course it's a utopian society. Look at all the water they're wasting.
That's Arab money right there.
And this is one of those things that they bring up and they never really
Talk about it again.
yeah. It sort of gets explained, but
It doesn't.
yeah.
Like Vigors.
Yeah. Stuff that only exists in the game because previous Bioshock games had this. The word of the prophet. Oh, frick, I missed out on this.
Little lamb, little lamb, little lamb.
So basically, oh frick, if I screw this up, people are going to be on me next. Is sort of depicting Comstock as Joseph, and then his wife as Mary.
Columbia Raffle and Fair.
I still wonder how big this city is, because I want to know how large much of the population you killed by shooting.
That is a fair question, all things considered.
Would you care for a good name? We're raising money for the Girls' Patriotic League.
Maybe next time.
You look dashing with one in your lapel. Come back if you change your mind.
These freaking flower textures. Just of all the things to skimp out on, like especially in the early parts, there's just so many flowers.
Maybe that's why. It's like, oh shit, we have to do so many flowers.
Yeah, I know.
It's not.
Yeah, that's why like I honestly think the graphics artist was just like, no, frick that. Just F that.
Or they just ran out of time.
Yeah.
It feels like probably they did this level probably pretty late.
Yeah, this is pretty like it's got a lot of tone elements, a lot of hinting, a lot of these.
Plus they don't do stuff in order. Like I was hearing about the big helicopter fight scene in Uncharted 2. They started, it was one of the first things they started, one of the last things they finished. No more seaweed.
Ah, here we go. I was waiting for this.
Does it say gay Esquire in the whistle?
God only knows.
It does. Columbia's gayest quartet. Some nice use of language there.
Yep. That nice, clean quartet music. You know, God only knows. Yeah, this is the racy, romantic stuff. But it's clean, you know, for you, your wife, and kids. If you actually don't go to this, something I discovered is I actually came to this too late. I actually missed out on this because when I was busy doing stuff there and looking at everything, this performance already went on.
I remember, like, you have like this stuff, and then now country music has gotten to the point of, you know, lines like, My eyes are the only thing I want to take off. I don't want to take off of you.
Your eyes?
Yep. Should probably just get going.
I know, I just have to... Some character out of I Married a Vox Populi. Now, is that a book? Is that a publication? Or is that... Because it can't be a TV show.
That's what I said I'd find her.
Literally.
What after?
DeWitt, stop. Do not alert Comstock to your presence. Stop. Whatever you do not pick number 77. Stop. Tess.
Okay, so... Another bit of foreshadowing there.
Because you do all those things, right?
Yes. That's going to... I wish I could... I want to reference he's leaning, but nobody would get it.
What?
It's from a movie called While You Were Sleeping. Look at that. Oh, there they are. Look at them. A lovable duo. You travel through time and are no longer there. So you see, there's the... They actually never... They never fully explain whether or not that relationship is incestuous or not.
Things we want to know.
Yep.
Desperate questions. We demand answers.
They suggest it might be, but they never fully explain.
I guess it can't be incest if it's yourself.
Well, it isn't.
So technically, well, it is. They're identical.
They're clones?
Well, yeah. He is the male version of her.
I thought she kept referring to him as her brother.
Because technically he sort of is. It's just like, basically they're from different universes.
Now, here's something that really threw me off. You can't foreshadow any harder with all of this religious imagery and then this depiction of a devilish character. And like, light the way with Devil's Kiss. Like, all of this literally bothered me for the entire game. For one, how is this imagery getting by in a world with Comstock? How is he letting these things walk around? How is he letting this be the mascot? You know, how does this, like, in the ultra-conservative world of, you know, Comstock and stuff, how are they getting away with having these devilish characters? And then, aside from that, just like, I was expecting them to show up as villains or like something like evil, but nope. The game does nothing with it. Blows its most heavy-handed symbol on something absolutely worthless. Can you say tutorial section?
Nope. Protect the woman and child.
Let's see, hit the devil 3 times. That is literally what it is. But it doesn't... The devil! The devil! Satan! Yes, Satan right there. But is the symbol used? No. Not at all. By the way, these are the easiest games ever. And something else that sort of threw me off the first time I played this. Because I was expecting it to be really difficult to get the best prizes. But, no. Like, the shotgun one really threw me off. This will give you an idea of who the Vox Populi are. Yeah, whatever. Go.
I think this took me 2 tries.
Really? I've gotten it in 1 every single time I've done it.
I don't really remember.
Like, again, I was expecting this to be unfairly, like, rigged, but no, every time I expected...
Least accurate carnival game in history.
Yeah, oh, frick, I actually missed one once. Okay.
Noob.
Yeah. It's not giving me the... There! See, ones like those, where I can get 2 in 1. That's... see, again, like, first place. And then, like, this mini game. I'm just doing this so I can get some early game gold, because that is gonna actually help me out later on.
Gotta boost that CS.
Yep. Also, proof that we are in fact really, really strong. Just so that when we start doing the ridiculous stuff later on in the game, it makes sense. Oh, look, look, look! It's cool kids.
I wish that I could be like the cool whiz. No, that song sucks.
Yeah, this is basically the stuff in the game that just doesn't get explained and really has nothing much to do with the rest of the tone of the game. Just...
The cop has something to do with the rest of the game.
Yeah. But like, all of this fair stuff, like, this might as well be one huge non sequitur.
What's a toxicon?
What's a toxicon?
I think this actually comes up.
Hey, just so we're clear, I'm not paying for this.
Just so you know.
Bothers me. Look at that shadow loading. I'm sorry!
You've been watching too many anime reviews talking about graphics, man.
I know. No, we have enough. I'm not gonna... Okay, the worst thing in the game.
Yeah.
Right here. This is the...
They never explained how they exist anyway, or what they are either.
Yeah, they explain that they're sort of people that have been improved, I think. Like, people who've lost their bodies or have had to become this way, or there's like giving them a second chance. Like, I believe there's even later on, like, a woman talking about how her husband became a handyman, and what that was like or something. I believe. See, like, before, like, this poor medical guy, like, see, had the medical symbol, and he can't move, he's crying, and now afterward, he's a handyman. Yeah, as you can see, idealistic imagery, not realistic.
He does not appear to want to be here.
Yes. Or something horrific and frickin' hard to kill!
Bullet sponge of all.
Ha 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 ha. Blind idealism. No.
It's time to take back control of the metal. With possession, you are the master. You bend any machine to your will.
Like to bend you to? Okay, no.
Just a whisper. They're all ears.
Trippy as frick drugs. We be tripping out.
Cocaine.
The hell is that? Now we have possession. I believe. Is possession really our first ability? I forgot that. Because I, like, never used it.
Yeah. I used it actually a bit. That was this one I used probably second most.
I used the crows.
I never used that. I basically used the fiery grenade thing. And then I occasionally use possession.
Because, like, the crows just unlock damage buff. Oh, we already watched this, okay. Up, these guys.
Sorry, now. The
kid just messing around in a closed booth. This kid, he's dressed up like a, I believe it's a champ. Is it champ in, there's an entire freaking room building that'll talk about it.
Come on, let me through. Heads.
Or tails.
Tails.
Jojo.
I never find that satisfying as I imagine.
Chin up is always next time.
I suppose it is.
Yep. That's yeah, they've been doing this a lot
Wonder why.
to experiment, and because they did. It's this guy.
But they never really explained it either.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I also use possession to get cash.
You can do that?
There's a vigor to get cash. I'm pretty sure it's for that.
I never noticed that. Do we want to buy it now? No. Now, something I will be doing this playthrough just to save time is I'm not putting any points into health.
Shields.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason why I didn't do that my first playthrough was because I felt bad for the game devs. I was like, they've got this system here, and I felt like the game was like begging me, you can put points in your base health though. You can, you know. I was like, I felt bad for being a gamer and optimizing, min-maxing.
Min-maxing or win-maxing, am I right?
Yes.
We're gonna flush the box out of this disguise system. We gotta have the best.
I got an opening in the group. Love to bust some box skull.
They left a bus in your school.
Hold F to admire.
Hold
Oh.
X to pay respects.
Yeah, that's pretty much like, see this awesome thing we did? Now that was an instance of time flipping the frick out on this character. Ominous. Oh, this chick.
Natalie Tess, I've read all your books on the sciences. Mama says it's not a fit occupation for a lady, but I think she's jealous of our cleverness. Is it true that only you were allowed to visit the girl in the tower? If the lamb is lonely too, I should like to meet her, as we would have much in common. Warmest regards, Constance.
Shadows. Anyway. That's gonna come up. I forget how, honestly, but it'll come up.
In like 5 minutes.
Sort of. Oh hey, we have a shootout here. We will anyway.
In like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Or, by the way, we're taking it 20 minutes. We should probably just go. Move on.
Okay. Yeah, this is offering the same stuff.
Pretty sure you can just shoot because that's it in cash.
Why didn't I know about this?
We should probably pick up the cash.
I think I... What the fuck? No, that'll be useless because I'm on a 50-50 system. Ah, forget it. Let's go. Let's go. You run, boy. Yeah, get that salt. Yeah.
Salt is bad for you in large quantities.
Here it is. We shouldn't do this.
Silly? There's no charge for the raffle. You've been sleeping under a rock? 77. That's a lucky number. I'll be rooting for you.
Remember, don't pick 77. Don't go to the raffle. Don't pick 77. Shut up, woman. Now this is one of the parts in the game to show that all of your choices are pointless. Don't tell me you take your coffee break. But yeah, like, I'm gonna just choose the, See?
Where'd you get that boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass, false shepherd? And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show 'em what we got planned, boys!
Did it really have to slow-mo that? Okay, maybe that.
That definitely.
Yeah. So, I love how he just stands there waiting for me to do the tutorial thing. Yeah, search that dead body. We've got plenty of time. So that,
okay then.
Yeah, yeah, this is where the M rating comes into play. Now, where do we pick up a gun? So, yeah, here's the violence of the game, the gore, the tragedy, the mess. We are killing officers, but it's okay because they provoked us. Yeah, we're self-defense. Totally. Yeah,
I am the law.
Help. I need a gun! There we go. Okay, possession aid, possess humans who suicide when they affected. Yes, thank you. Yeah, whatever. That might be the first time I ever bought it. Yeah, okay. Frick! One thing about this game that irritates me is that it does have limited ammunition. Very limited ammunition. Oh, okay, fine. You might be wondering why I'm trying so hard to do a headshot, but headshots are the only shots in this game. Z to aim down sights. Is it really Z to aim? Yeah, it is Z to aim down sights.
Oh god, that's a terrible system. I just basically should find that right away.
Yeah, I'm
try to click or die, man.
Yeah. Okay, you middle click. Okay, you can middle click.
You can click too.
There we go. There's a reason why I'm practicing my headshots now. Frickin' heck! I need those later. Now, people said the AI was particularly impressive about this game. I never felt all that impressed by it. Felt pretty standard affair to me.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, I wasn't all that impressed.
I never actually heard anything about the AI.
Well, I remember saying that the AI was pretty standard and someone going, oh, but the AI is really good in this game. It's got some really great AI, and I was like, what do you mean? The heck? Why does it feel like everyone's firing a freaking machine pistol? And like, I'm not. Like, look at that. Oh, that's because there's a machine gun firing at me. Freaking heck. Frick.
Should we trade off here?
Should we? Yeah, sure. You're better at headshots than this stuff, and you know what's going to happen.
Hold on a second.
Haha! Game using the whole multiple universe, you're reviving death thing. You might want to turn the mouse. No, I think the mouse sensitivity is good enough. Actually, I turned off the acceleration. Fire figure, fire weapon, toggle iron sights. Yeah, toggles the iron sight Z or middle mouse. And fire vigor has been set to middle mouse. Could set the alternative to like E or something. Oh no, switch weapon is E. And scroll. And you never use scroll wheel to cycle through weapons for some weird reason. What did you set the nav aid to? Oh.
God, your setup is weird.
What do you mean it's weird?
No, I just... It feels strange, I don't know why.
My keyboard? It's just an ergonomic.
Especially because, like, your keyboard is here, and the mouse is way over there. It's like,
Oh.
Oh, fuck. Fuck you. Also, it just doesn't quite control like I'm used to.
That's the thing about Bioshock, is Bioshock Bioshock is known for not having the world's best shooting mechanics, let's just put it that way. What is up with you and headshots?
I don't know.
Try so hard to do them, but in this game, they're so ridiculously difficult.
I never had much trouble.
Well, I guess I got better at it as I played more, but...
What's going on?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Honestly, not the worst villain in the game. Not even the hardest to kill. Or the most annoying. No, that would belong to the handyman, followed only by the crowman. I remember at least fire on the ground.
Oh, I thought he'd actually died and was exploding. There we go. Where's the figure? Oh, there it is.
I love how he's just okay with drinking these random things. Even after they do these horrible things to him.
It's exhilarating, man.
Hell of a drug.
That wasn't so simple.
It double tutorializes everything. Okay, here's something about the game design. What the frick is up with you? Why are you stop being good at the game? F you.
Oh shit.
Why are you so much better at FPS than me? We should do a stealth game so I can finally assert my dominance.
I'm okay at stealth games.
Oh, hey, you could have... Oh. See that oily stuff over there? That was the game asking you to please use the environmental effects. We put these nice environmental effects so you could test out the skill we just gave you. Please? I went to college. I studied level design.
They had my scent. If I didn't get to the girl soon. The word of the prophet.
The dream of the prophet finally aloft.
This is some big non-steam steampunk. fin.
It happened. Moving on.
Why are you following me?
Why are you following us?
Basically, neither of you are following either of each other. It's just happening because it's happened, because it will happen.
Time and shit.
You'll find my image.
The difference between
life and death.
Surprising that it was.
surprising that it didn't kill you. It just doesn't kill you.
That which doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Jay that.
Father Comstock called on me today to write his biography. Me. The man pays for exactly 100 pages in advance. Now, I'm average Jew when I smell silver, so I say, Father, your flock would pay for 1,000. You know, why settle for less? And then the prophet looks to me and says, 100 will suffice, as I know how it ends.
Okay.
Well, 100 words up front.
100 pages.
Yeah, 100. And he's like, I could give you 1,000, and he's like, I already know how it ends. Just give me 100. And the answer is we do.
Oh.
I believe that actually does come up.
Damn, must be magnetized.
That doesn't explain our grip. Is our grip magnetized? And the skyhook system, which kind of annoys me about the game, because all of your cool items that you pick up, like your different clothing options and stuff that you never really get to see on your character, yeah, all of those basically only affect, all the interesting effects anyway, are skyhook buffs, or skyhook procs, and I never really used the skyhook system offensively much. I used it to get around places, and that was about it. And done diggity dead. That aim though.
Yeah, it'll take me a while to get used to this.
I was just referring to that guy. He just like aimed in the wrong direction and continued firing there. Didn't even make an attempt to get closer to you.
Dog. It's interesting how this is like a super conservative place, but it actually gives allows women to join the cops.
There's a woman there?
Oh yeah. There were two actually.
I don't remember women being in Dawn.
Yeah. You can hear the voice, right?
Yeah. That actually is something interesting because, yeah, in fact, I don't even think women in actual 1920s Colombia would have been able to join the police force. I know they wouldn't have been able to join the military. I know that.
No, they wouldn't have been allowed in the police. They could barely wear pants.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder why they made that choice. Especially, yeah, why would... No, this game isn't Ubisoft. Yeah. See, because Ubisoft wouldn't have made this choice. We're not including female models because it costs too much.
That's like still like the dumbest excuse ever.
It is a stupid excuse. It's complete BS, and anyone who buys into it is BS.
I think the answer was no one bought into it.
Oh, I'm sure there's a couple of saps out there, Ubisoft fanboys, who are like, dude, guys, give them respect, because they made, like, some of the best games ever, man. Always in prayer. How do you jump this high or far? I don't even think your regular jump is that high anyway.
Yep.
But frick, can you jump when asked? Or with a skyhook?
When he tells me to jump, I don't have to ask how high.
Ha! 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 Racism. Not every situation needs to be a fight. Just 99% of them.
These people need much to do. How should we prevent them? It was bound to happen.
Violence is not a foregone conclusion. Go when they're after. Go. They're looking for you.
Police! We're needing your assistance!
They're here!
Shh. Keep your voice down.
You're just gonna hide?
Yeah. And steal some stuff.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I shot the police.
I did too.
Is that Abraham Lincoln? Why would they give respects to Abraham Lincoln? He was like the most liberal president of his time.
Did you not see like this, Friends of the New Year thing? These are basically the equivalent of abolitionists.
Oh, okay. Then I guess that makes sense.
Oh, fuck you. My wanted aim has failed me.
Yeah, the minigun's useless, the pistol's alright, but it's basically a weaker rifle. And the rifle is only superseded by the hand cannon. The sniper rifle would be better if
You could get ammo.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the major problem with the hand cannons too, with the ammunition.
Oh, fuck.
To your left. There you go. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's going on, which isn't exactly involved in the tone, which is funny considering the fact that the tone is probably the best aspect of this game. There's a lot of really close tone breakers.
That's not what I wanted.
You could just right-click them. And you're dead. Or not. We're on like 1 health.
I tried to pre-aim there, but I did not succeed.
Yep, no, that was a pre-aiming kill.
Mission not success.
Can you upgrade a weapon yet? Oh hey, somebody tried to Skype me. You know, why is this coat raggedy? Yes, you can. Upgrade pistol ammo or machine gun ammo.
No, that's just ammo.
Yeah, I know. Just giving you more ammo. You can carry more or something. Oh no, you just buy ammo for it? Not an upgrade? Oh, okay. I don't think I listened to this one.
Got I'm not done, by the way. Man was just transfixed by my trophy scout. Talked about the one there. I said, well, sir, if your quarry dwells in the jungle, then bed down with the little color split hairs. Not a chuckle out of you. Either he ain't seen a man go native, or maybe too many. Anyhow, now it's got me hunting down this daisy and fit.
Turn back, there's some salts. In the cart. Not that one. Not, yeah, I said not that one. But there's that one. It's gonna bother me. Because you need salts. But whatever, go. You already got that. Oh, you saw something shine?
Here's just the beer.
I love that though. The guy is like, he made it just a passive joke about, you know, when you're out hunting, why bother splitting hairs about who you bet with or something, and the guy didn't. Just dead silence.
No, the joke was, saying like, you know, he's asking about the white scalps he had. He's like, well, when you're out hunting and they're bedding down, people are bedding in the jungle and people are bedding down with the locals, why bother splitting hairs?
Yeah.
The guy's like, well, either he's never seen a man go native or too many. Nah, you can take it back. I'm tired.
Really? What do you mean by you're tired?
I think you're like randomly just getting really tired at like 7 and going to sleep.
Oh, is this the next part of the game? Yep.
This place. The KKK.
Sir. Oh, God. 3 racist depictions. Well, more like the, oh, frick it, what are they? The Freemasons, but not the Freemasons.
KKK, but not the KKK.
Fine. They're sort of a mixture of both, honestly, in my opinion, but yeah. Their symbol, this... Rotten fruit. Get it? It's supposed to show the rottenness of their luxury. Do you get the symbolism? Do you get it?
No.
Crows are of death. Look, his image is depicted as a hero. What? Annoying son of a gun. The skinned and gutted chicken thing. Yeah, I have no clue what that means.
This would be a nightmare to keep clean.
Why?
The birds.
Oh. Well, the birds obviously aren't supposed to be in here. This place is abandoned.
No. They're supposed to be in here. This is the Fraternal Order of the Raven.
Oh.
Thus, the ravens. That's why there's all the rotten fruit.
Why the light switch? Get it, the Reds?
Abraham.
Oh dear. Now, I feel like there should be something around here. but I'm not finding anything. So let's just move on.
Go up.
I'm not sure if there's anything for me to say to that. Sort of sums it up right there.
America.
John Wilkes Booth, man.
You should switch to the grenade. Cute. Yeah. Because down there.
How do you proc it? What do you have it set to?
Middle.
Huh? Middle
mouse.
Well then. I don't think they like us.
How did you get that idea?
What the heck?
I must say they're more stylish than the KKK.
Yeah, I know. Frick that white nonsense. I hit you in the head!
I don't know how these guys didn't hear the gunshots from earlier.
Yeah, I know. I think that was something that also sort of bothered me. Like, how did you guys not hear the fact that I was shooting? Gunshots are loud! I don't know if you guys know this, but gunshots are loud. They're really, really loud.
People die if they are killed. Yeah, I do not want to ever hear a gunshot inside a closed building. Because that's just like instant death.
Stuff messes with you. And yet soldiers have to deal with that. Like, oh.
Yeah, battlefields must be terrible just for that.
Mm-hmm.
This picture.
Shield. Never take heart. Forgotten country. You know, I wonder if... Wait, why are they all united under him? Why are the Chinese happy? Why are they all happy?
They're happy because we shot them.
Find a lock that fits the key.
That's backwards.
Ugh. Don't know who that guy is. Don't want to know who that guy is. Can't remember who this guy is.
John Wilkes Booth, probably, judging by the theme.
Yeah, there's a lot of John Wilkes Boothers, but what if one of them is like the general who fought for he's the great general, the one who said was probably like everyone was saying was the best of the best of the best. But
really?
Huh? Yeah, yeah. But he decided to side with his state, and so we had to beat him. The sheer numbers and force. Although part of that was also the incompetence of his generals. One thing I like about this game is that you can just sort of click run, and you can run indefinitely. There is no run limit. Whatever. We couldn't find the lock that fits the key. We're going on.
Private investigator can run longer than trained super soldier. Just Call of Duty things.
Before then arming himself and firing into a percentage of virtuous fairgoers.
Maliciously harmed.
Only 8? I need to try harder.
Brewing with danger.
Now, back to the music.
So the culture is messed up, the religion's fricked up, the cults are fricked up, John Wilkes Booth is messed up, government's messed up.
The guns work though.
Yep, the guns work.
Wait, go. Wait. Look at the thing, the words.
Patria Nostra.
Almost looked like it said Cosa Nostra.
Okay.
Which is which is like the Sicilian mafia in Sicily.
No. You find enough of that stuff on the ground. Speaking of,
you're a fast drinker, man. You should get that fixed.
yeah, man, we down our drinks quick. Let's see here. There should be a voxophone.
Sweet mother of Columbia, why do we worship the symbols of memory? We worship the sword, so that we might avenge you. We worship the raven, so that we might cover the sea with eyes. We worship the coffin, because it symbolizes the weight of our faith.
If we fail, we all die. Comstock. Phrenological study.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yep. But the mind of an Indian man. An engine. Secrecy, secludity. It actually doesn't give you enough time to really appreciate the little joke they put in here. And this is all supposed to reference studies which were the fake scientific studies done by doctors, quote unquote, to prove or to justify racism and injustice. To justify injustice towards subgroups. Oh, these guys. I freaking hate these guys. Get to use.
Yeah, phrenology was basically said that you could, judge someone by like the shape of their skull.
You could hold or release middle mouse button
to create an explosive jump.
You're gonna hate these things.
This is kind of big. That's a thing.
And here comes my favorite figure.
The one I never used.
Me, the most useful one in the game.
I just shot stuff.
Damage over time, stun, and damage buff. Yeah. And they take more damage. What the heck? See, like... You can use it a lot, too. And it gets even better though when you get the passive that every time you kill an enemy affected by crows, they drop a crow's nest.
And it expands.
Yep, just perma-stun. Okay, we just got some equipment. I actually wasn't paying attention how to... Okay, go to my fat girl. A marauding dwarf or Frenchman with a missing left eye.
What? I love the Frenchman part.
Doesn't it take us freaking ages to get the monument either? Like, it looks like it's that easy, but like...
Especially because that's a giant ass statue, but
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have to go through like several environmental changes and ridiculous number of stuff. What's up with games and letting you use the sink, but the sink is always completely useless?
I don't know. I wonder if that's like an intentional Easter egg thing they just started doing, like the Wilhelm scream.
Well, it's like at least in what was it? Dishonored, like you could get like a passive thing that would let you regen your ability stuff.
And in Far Cry or Fallout, you could drink it.
Yeah, like.
He was certainly an anarchist. You can spot him anywhere, you know.
Oh, I know.
That's a close likeness.
Again, this is also showing how people's impression or internal views will affect the way they see the world around them. Basically, she thinks we look this way because she's a racist jerk. And,
I thought I just haven't noticed you. That's quite some self.
You got no backbone.
Okay. Such AI.
Okay.
It's death.
I think you need to kill the dude.
This guy?
Yeah.
None of it really matters. Did I have to kill anyone? Is this one of those parts of the game where I could have just sort of ignored that? I think so. Yeah, detour.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what more we were supposed to show there. I mean, I sort of said the little bit of commentary I had to say, and that was the little bit of commentary the game had to say. The game is full of these little parts of the level that are supposed to make the levels feel less linear than they are, but they're basically just like if this was a giant maze, those would be the dead ends.
Yeah. Here. It's getting late.
Yeah. So, I guess it'll autosave? I don't even know. Yeah. This is modern video games. Is that shadow stuck on? No, it's just because of the way her back is turned, right? And anyway, this has been 4 Eyes Are Better Than One?
Sure.